Welcome back to the Movie Maidens podcast. I'm Dorsa.
I'm Morgan. Oh,
Guys, don't fight. I'm Margot. And this is obviously about Twilight.
Yes, in today's episode, we will be discussing the first two or three, mostly, films in the Twilight franchise. So Twilight New Moon, Twilight Eclipse, Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1, and Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. Those are all the ones. We're going to talk about Twilight New Moon and Eclipse mostly.
Because I'm the number one Twilight knower in this room. Even though I didn't watch Twilight until my late teens. I watched it like embarrassingly late, and I thought it was like the funniest thing ever. And the first time I watched it, I think I like rewatched it like multiple times after, like, because I just thought that the franchise is so genuinely hilarious. Like, I need to read the books, honestly.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. I just watched Twilight for the first time this summer.
Goated.
Questionable time to watch Twilight, but it was a fun time nonetheless. I have seen all of them except for Breaking Dawn Part 2. So that's where my Twilight knowledge lies. So
I didn't see Twilight until 2024.
I think so.
Which, you know, very late as an emo rite of passage. But and then I rewatched the first one when Morgan was watching them for the first time this summer. Though we were in BC, which I feel like, even though it was the summer, that's like the perfect place to.
Yeah.
Because it's filmed there.
Yeah. Literally exactly why. Actually freaking nailed the freaking.
Yeah, so it was pretty awesome. I had only seen like like honest trailers and all that good stuff, or like when they animate them but they're like sillier.
Yes.
Anyways, I've only seen that at Twilight before this past year, and so I just went, I've seen it, I don't need to watch How It Should Have Ended. That's the animated.
How
It Should Have Ended. So I was like, I don't need to watch the actual Twilight because everyone says it's horrible and bad. And then I watched it, and it's actually a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
It wasn't as bad as I thought that it was going to be.
I think it's like genuinely like one of the funnier movies I've ever seen. Like, not on purpose, but like it's just it's so enjoyable to me.
Yeah.
I literally put it on my like my CRT TV, my little TV. My box TV for you the other day.
That's true.
Because it's one of the few DVDs I have here. I'm trying to grow my collection.
Yeah, I like the blue filter a lot.
And it's sad that they kind of let that go.
I know. Loki, we should freaking have.
Yeah.
Should talk to them about that.
Yeah.
Isn't it because like the first film was like, wasn't directed by a woman, and like she like meticulously like crafted like what everyone was like wearing, and like she had like a very specific vision, and then after that it was like mainly directed by men.
That is true. The first one was directed by Catherine Hardwicke. Hope I'm
Yes.
saying that right. And
Yeah.
the second one was by Chris Weitz. And then the third one was David Slade, and Breaking Dawn Part 1, Bill Condon.
Okay.
And Breaking Dawn Part 2, also Bill Condon.
Okay,
so he snagged
so
the
I was
last
right.
two.
Let's go.
You were right.
I was locked in. Wow, that's crazy that Part 1 and... Well, I guess it's not crazy that Part 1 and Part 2 are directed by the same person, but I hate Part 1, and I love Part 2.
Part 1 is like so scary.
I've only seen the first one. I've seen the first one twice, and then I've seen New Moon. And that's the extent of my... That's not the extent of my Twilight knowledge, though, because I know, I think, pretty much everything that happens.
Yeah. But that's the thing, is that I also thought that I knew everything that happens in the whole series, and then it's different thinking you know it versus watching it and then being like in that, you know?
Yeah, being in the Twilight zone.
No, 100%. So the first one, I was like, okay, this is a lot more fun than what I thought it was going to be. And I enjoyed it in that sense. And, well, I liked it better on the rewatch, I will say, I think. the first one. Like, I found the humor in it more in the rewatch, but I didn't really care about Bella at all in the first movie.
I don't really care about Bella at all.
I didn't care about anyone, actually. I liked what's her name?
Alice?
Yes, I liked Alice.
I liked
Charlie.
Yeah, I like Charlie. I was like, why are you being so mean to him?
Yeah, I like Charlie, Alice,
his
and
best.
Carlisle. I like Carlisle a lot. And Esme.
Fun.
I like a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
I like Rosalie.
Like,
I'm not like rooting for them or anything. Like, I guess I am, but like I like them.
They're interesting characters.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think Rosalie is like one of the more interesting ones, to be honest.
Yeah.
But let's not speak of that yet, because I think you learn her backstory in the third film.
In Breaking Dawn Part 1.
Is it in Breaking Dawn Part 1?
Because of Bella's pregnancy.
Oh, yes, that is why.
I know that you already knew about that, Dorsa.
Yeah. Because, again, it's so, like, just widely referenced. And
literally.
Also, again, I may or may not have I identified as emo in the early 2010s,
So it was inescapable.
Yeah, exactly. So I knew I was gonna have to see it at some point, and I'm glad that I did. I will say, but okay. So this is a big question. Again, let's try to contain it to the first 3 films. Team Jacob or Team Edward?
Oh, both of you are looking to me as the grand poobah of Twilight. I'm Team Edward, because Jacob, you have experienced Dorsa in your 2 films. You've experienced the best of Jacob you are going to get. From there, it's a nosedive down into manipulation and lies and assault and other things of that nature. I sympathize with him a little bit because he is like a kid. Like, he's younger than Bella and she's already a kid. And I do think it's funny that like Edward is like 100 some odd years old and he's like beefing with like a 17-year-old.
That's like ridiculous to me.
Yeah. I think
absolutely ridiculous.
They write it off as like you never really like grow past the age you were turned, like kind of thing, like mentally.
But like you do in a sense.
Yeah.
In like you gain like
wisdom.
Absolutely. I'm not defending it, trust me.
No, I know you're not.
But out of the 2 of them, I have to say I am Team Edward because he's really, really bad for the first 2.5 movies. And then in the 3rd movie, he kind of like seems to like grow up a little bit. I think it's because Jacob is being so unruly, to be honest, like in his absence, because he does like manipulate Bella a lot, and I'm not defending that, but he does do it all because he's like, I'm a monster. Being near me just makes you hurt, you know? So he's kind of like distancing himself and hurting her inadvertently in an attempt to help her, but she's just too stubborn to back away from him because she's like, I love you. And it's one of those things, but he really does not need to lie to her. Like when she's like, oh, your eyes were black and now they're golden brown in the first movie. And then he's like, it's just like sunny, or like it's just the lighting. It's like, bruh, just like, I know you're supposed to hide it, but like she's clearly onto you. Like just stop. Or like when he like handprints the car in the first movie with her, and he's like, that didn't happen. You made it up. And she's like, I saw the dent in the car, and he's like, you made it up.
What dent?
Literally. So
you're crazy.
That's my small little tangent.
That's real. I would also say that I'm Team Edward. However, this is not to say that I was Team Jacob ever. However, I really liked Jacob as a character until he, assaulted Bella. But then I was like, yeah, man, what are we doing? But I did really enjoy him. Like, and I was like, no, but like, he's like fun. And like, imagine you had a friend who was just like, yo, I'm like a mechanic. I can fix a bike. Like,
I'm a mechanic.
Oh, your moody boyfriend. Sorry. your moody boyfriend goes and leaves you for months, and you know what? Just hang out with me, and we can just have fun. And I was like, you know what? That's real.
Literally, it's cute at first. He's very cute.
It is nice. Very cute, and they had a really nice friendship, and I really enjoyed their friendship, and so I just liked him as a character. And then he got weird, but Edward, like I would say in the first movie, like I saw like the appeal that Bella had. Like I was like, yeah, okay, I get this. Like he's stopping a car and like he's saving you from stuff. Like, yeah, sure. But I don't think I was really team anyone in the first movie.
No, yeah, me either.
Like to be real. And then like in the second movie, he's gone for the first like half of it at least.
For most of it.
Like for most of the movie, he's not even like in it. So I was like, okay, when does this get good? But like not actually.
He goes to Brazil.
Yeah, but then you get the really pretty, like, her being depressed scene.
Oh, yeah.
With the seasons changing.
Yeah, the season change, and that's just, like, epic. So
It is epic.
You have that, but, yeah, I would also say I'm Team Edward. But later.
Awesome.
Just the same as Margot.
Knowing the scope of everything that happens, I'm Team neither of them, genuinely. Still, like, I wasn't Team either of them in the first one. I was like, Edward, you're being baka. Like, you're...
Yeah.
to put things lightly. I was like, Edward, like, he's just too... I'm like, you should know better than this. Like, I know you never like, mentally age past 17 or whatever, but I'm like, you have had all the time in the world to think about things. Like, you, like... I just expected better from him, you know?
Yeah.
But then Jacob, I was like, bro, come on. Like, you're too young right now for her. Like, right now, she really feels that age gap. Like, I'm not saying there's no hope for you, bro, but, like, just calm down and just focus on being her friend. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to protect her. Like, come on, bro. That's a little weird. And so in the second one, I'm Team Bella, bro, because in the second one, I didn't care about her at all. I didn't care about anyone in the first one. In the second one, I'm like, yo, I actually feel bad for her.
Yeah.
Like, she like, after all of that, I'm like, whatever. Like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want to be with Edward, whatever. Like, I know I like Robert Pattinson, don't get me wrong. But I was like, I feel bad for her, you know? I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm like, okay, I wouldn't do that. That's fine. Whatever. But she did. And, like, he put her through all of that, Edward. All to just be like, I have to leave. It's like, yo, that's actually effed up.
To be honest, from his perspective, this is more devil's advocate than my actual opinion. Disclaimer. But from his perspective, he tries to keep her away from him to prevent, like, what happens in the first movie from happening, like where she's stalked by Victoria and other vampires. And then she's like, no, like, Edward, it's fine. Like, I can just, like, it's fine. I can just, like, hang out with you guys. I'll be safe. I promise. And he's like, okay. And then they go, and then she's immediately not safe, and he's immediately right. And then they have to, like, yank her out of town and whatever. And I think, isn't his, like modus operandi in, like, the second film, like, basically that, like, I didn't want all of what happened in the first movie to happen to you. So I'm going away so it doesn't happen again. And to be fair, in the third movie, no big spoilers, but basically it does happen again because he comes back. Like, more bad shit happens to Bella.
Well, that's my problem with Edward, though, is, like, all of Bella's, like, the stuff she does wrong in, like, vis-a-vis vampires, I blame all on Edward. Because here's the thing, it's like, all this stuff in the first movie did happen, and then she's like, no, I'll just be safe. And he's like, okay, bro, you are the one that knows. Does he know? He knows. Edward, he's the one with all the vampire knowledge. Like, I think that's his responsibility to be like, no, Bella, like, this is not going to work. Like, I understand Bella is her own person. She can choose for herself. But but I also think it's unfair of him to have this expectation of, okay, yes, we can be together, but, like, not together. Bro, she knows what you are at this point, and you're not immediately being like, okay, eternal love, committed, like, what, like, we're in this, like, I just don't, it's not my, I would be mad. I don't know.
I would be mad too, but, like, I'm trying to think purely from an Edward perspective, and it's just that, like, he thinks that he's, like, a demon too, and he thinks that, like, being a vampire is a curse, and, like, if he could be human again, he would. So that's why he's so adamant on Bella being, like, human for as long as possible. But then
he's still being selfish. He's still being selfish by, like, again, meeting her in the first place. It's like, you did choose that, bro. So it's like, you can't take that back. So it's like you chose to do that. You have to deal with like the consequences of your actions.
I guess so, but his sister can also tell the future, and then she's always like, "It's okay, Edward," and then she's like, "Actually, it's not." So I would also be like, "What the fuck?" if I was Edward, like. I don't know.
Bro, they shouldn't be relying on that, though, because she always says that it can change. The future can always change.
It's true.
Again, and Ed, who knows that better than Edward?
That's true.
I personally believe that Bella just wanted to become a vampire.
Literally.
That was her actual goal. She was like, Edward, okay, it's just a hurdle I gotta cross here. I need to be a vampire.
Genuinely.
She's like ageist.
I don't understand.
No, literally.
I don't understand how Edward thought someone would act any differently. It's like, okay, if she's not repulsed by you and saying that you're a monster, it's going to be the opposite. It's going to be that she loves that and she wants to be with you forever in that way. And I think it's really, really naive I guess this does show Edward's naivete, that he would expect someone like the perfect rational human that doesn't want to be a vampire but is okay being with him. That's like a lot of expectation on someone.
It is.
Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say.
It's okay, bro. Whenever you remember.
Yeah, when I remember, I'll let you know.
But yeah, I think it's like a complicated situation because you kind of get a little bit more into it the more you watch too.
Mm-hmm.
So, because like Edward, like again, he didn't really want to be a vampire. Like he does see it as a curse. Like he's like he's very like,
because he was about to die from consumption, right? Like it was tuberculosis, or was it the Spanish flu?
It was Spanish flu.
Like Spanish flu. Okay.
Yeah. And Carlisle only turns people into vampires if they're already gonna die.
Yeah.
So to Edward, like also, and there's like, I feel like keeping her away too is like a lot for her own safety too, because like they have Jasper and he's newly turned.
Yeah,
so he can't control his thirst.
Also, but also that's like so rude. Like that's like so like hard for Bella to see. I feel like it's like here's this other person in this family that like their partner is also a vampire and they're like newly turned, and so she's seeing an example of almost like what her and Edward could be. I guess, and I feel like she wants that. I'm not saying it's right, but I just feel like she wants that.
Loki, we're both you're in like a staunch like Bella mindset. I'm in like a staunch like Edward mindset right now.
This is Loki giving like, this is like Jane Austen-esque because we're talking about like first impressions and like virtues and values.
It's true.
True.
We're academics.
But yeah, and then I feel like that's why kind of as the movies progressed too, I became more Team Edward, because at least like the thing is I understand Bella because she's a like teenage girl and she wants to be a vampire and she's in love with a vampire,
but she also wants to be turned as soon as possible because she doesn't like looking older than her boyfriend,
literally. And she has,
and I think that's fair, bro. Imagine you're like, I'm sorry, imagine we're 21, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you've been with your vampire boyfriend since you were 17. He still looks 17 and you're 21. Would you not be like, I hate my existence, this is awful? And the older and older you get, people might just assume you have an age gap too, like you're some weird cougar.
This is literally covered in the third movie, Dorsa. You need to watch more Twilight. Yeah. This is like,
it is a big plot of it, but also
but
like, I wouldn't want my boyfriend to be 17 forever.
No.
Or 18 forever.
So you would at the very least want to both be 17 forever.
No, I would both want us to be like 21.
Well, yes, obviously. But when you were 17, maybe. I mean, I didn't want to stay a teenager forever, but if I was Bella, and I was like, F my Chungus life, I just want to be a vampire.
Yeah. At the same time too, like Bella, she's so into the vampire thing. I think this is a good time to bring the Jacob factor.
Okay, the Jacob angle.
Because
Jacobian angle.
Like, what if she got with like Jacob? What would her life be like? Like, she wouldn't have that immortal life. He could turn into a werewolf, but she couldn't. You know, like maybe their kids would have the werewolf gene. Like maybe they wouldn't. I don't really know how that works.
I wouldn't.
And she's fetishizing like the occult, so she'd want to be a part of that.
Yeah, and she exactly, Morgan. So that's why she'd never pick Jacob anyway.
I don't think she should have picked either of them. But that's me saying that from my headspace and values and virtues and my previous experiences or whatever.
Yeah, I also just think that the werewolf lore in this book is like so cool. I really enjoy it. Like the fact, like with like the indigenous ties and
it's crazy
everything.
that Taylor Lautner is
white,
just white.
Yeah, that's a crazy casting choice.
No, but everyone believed it, bro. Everyone was like, "Yes, that man is like."
But
indigenous.
I mean, like in the world of the story.
No, I know. I just needed to bring that up.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
The indigenous people in Twilight is like the Quaalude people are like a real group of like peoples. And then like Stephenie Meyer just like capitalized on like their myths and legends and like kind of like put her own legends and superstitions on top of that and kind of disregarded their actual traditional practices. So it is like actually like even more racist than you think. Like you look at the surface, you're like, oh, this is racist, and then under the surface, there's even more racism.
Yeah, the secret racism.
Damn.
Yeah,
did not know that.
The myth stuff is cool though.
Yeah,
I enjoy because I really dislike the vampire lore in the movie.
Really?
I really don't like the fact that they're like dolls and that they never age and that their hair like is always the same forever. Like it makes sense, like I get it, but it's
a creepier.
It's just not my favorite interpretation on vampire lore, and so the fact that I was like really enjoying the mythology aspect of the werewolf lore and then contrasted to the vampire stuff, I was like, God, this is so boring. And they just sparkle in the sunlight. You can't die from sunlight.
That's really.
I was like, what are we doing?
And he's like, it's such a curse.
And we just like this area because it's cloudy. The sun is still there underneath the cloud, bro. I was like, this is.
It's true.
No idea how UV works.
There's actually something I do love about the Twilight vampire lore. I don't know if I've discussed this with you guys, but low key, one of the parts of the Twilight vampire lore is some of my favorite vampire lore because I think it's really interesting. And it's that everyone has like a unique vampire power, and it's predetermined from your birth, even when you're human. So these traits can show up. So that's why like Edward can't read Bella's mind because her predetermined trait is shield.
Yeah.
So her power is she can block all other powers.
Oh, that's actually a super common female protagonist power in fantasy books.
Yo, but imagine it though as a woman, like because women low key, like historically, we're always fucking attacked and like, you know, women are treated horribly throughout history. So imagine you could block all that out. No wonder so many female protagonists have that.
Yeah, it's yourself. Like because it's someone that you're expecting to be vulnerable being like incomprehensibly strong, being invulnerable. It makes for a compelling narrative structure.
It makes her really crucial in the final film.
Ooh, I'm excited for it all to be taken away from us and just to, you know, all be fake.
And then I woke up.
Bro, I actually...
and then it was all a dream.
Do both of you guys know about that?
About what?
What Morgan just said.
What she said. What did she say?
It was all fake.
Oh. Maybe. Here's the thing. I know a lot of things about Twilight, but I forget a lot of them.
Okay,
too.
So we won't talk about it more.
We won't talk about it. But what Morgan just alluded to, I did not know the first time I watched it. The one of the big twists.
Oh, I think I do. I'm now remembering.
Because I watched all those How It Should Have Ended videos.
Yeah.
So obviously there was new ways of how it should have ended.
So see, that's why the last one is low-key one of my favorites in the franchise.
Because it got you.
It got me. I was like, what? No. I was actually like yelling at my TV. It was bad. Because I watched them like all back to back.
No, that's kind of awesome though, and I'm glad that you had that experience.
It was really beautiful. I actually loved it.
That was epic. I wanted to talk a little bit about the book itself, obviously written by Stephenie Meyer. Did you guys know, this is kind of a rhetorical question, that Stephenie Meyer was inspired by the music of My Chemical Romance?
Yes. But please go on.
This is a no longer little known fact. I used to think this is my little niche piece of trivia. Not that it ever was inaccessible or that I'm some contemporary historian that's like put all these sources together and been like, aha, I figured out this narrative. I saw this on like a Tumblr post in like 2015, I think. And then like, I don't know, like I guess not everyone was using Tumblr. So I'd say something from Tumblr and like, what? Oui, I've never seen this before. But it's become more widespread and added on. So here's the original tale. Did you guys know that the Twilight movies have a direct connection to... Oh, no. You don't want to talk about 9/11.
Yes. Oh, no. Mariah Carey?
Yes. For those who don't know the pipeline, 9/11, horrific tragedy. Much could be said on this. Swiftly moving past it, Gerard Way witnesses this as a young adult, as a teen, and seeing this tragedy kind of is partially an inspiration of starting the band My Chemical Romance. Who listens to My Chemical Romance but author Stephenie Meyer? Ooh, she's getting into it. It's inspiration. Ooh, okay. She writes Twilight. Well, actually, she writes a fan fiction between her and Gerard Way. Really, she doesn't say this directly. She denies it. I can read you what she says, that it's just the music for the inspiration, and she says that it helped her write for the character of Jacob, Edward, and someone else, I think. But she said it got her in touch with Jacob's character, but I think that's a lie, and I think Edward is just Gerard Way.
Yeah,
especially clearly. In the like dream sequence in the first movie.
Yes, it's literally like a My Chemical Romance music video.
Yeah.
Bro. But regardless, she writes this. It gets published as Twilight. And what happens after this? Do any of you know? Testing you a little, because I've talked about this before.
50 Shades of Grey is inspired by Twilight.
Yes.
It's fan fiction.
Yes.
Again, of Twilight. It's
Yes.
Twilight fan fiction. And then Dakota Johnson plays in 50 Shades of Grey.
Yes. So 50 Shades of Grey was actually a Twilight fan fiction between Bella and Edward. Obviously, names were changed as published as 50 Shades of Grey. It gets turned into a live action film. I guess why wouldn't it be live action? Imagine animated 50 Shades of Grey. That'd be so funny.
With like anime overdub.
It's just like hentai.
Yeah.
Mr. Grey.
You will listen to me.
Boom. 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 Hello.
I have a contract for you to sign.
Anyways, Dakota Johnson is cast as the protagonist of 50 Shades of Grey. She then later goes on to the Ellen show and calls out Ellen two times about Ellen claimed that she didn't invite her to her wedding. She goes, "No, that's not the truth, Ellen.
Birthday party.
Birthday party is something.
It's birthday party.
Birthday party." But she kind of like beefs with her twice on her show, and this kind of goes a little viral this moment, and people kind of start talking about Ellen in general and her conduct, and stories start coming out from her employees of her, not treating them the best. Eventually, there's so much controversy that the Ellen show gets canceled altogether, and it's all because of 9/11.
Yeah, literally.
And have you heard the extended version of this pipeline now that people are talking about? Though it's not a direct extension, but how people theorize that we have so many like stupid internet people like in the forefront of media now because Ellen was the apex predator that weeded them out.
Yes, yeah. Of
I have not heard
talk
about
shows.
this.
Yes.
Though I think, yeah.
I think it's true.
Yeah, it definitely,
because you'd go on Ellen and then their spotlight would fade. Think about that. Like think about like there were those two British little girls.
Yeah, Sophia and
something. See, their spotlight faded. Like Baby Gronk would have gone on Ellen, had his 5 seconds, and then like he would have been gone. She was casting them back.
But also at the same time though, there's someone now like just posts like a stupid TikTok of them like, I don't know, being like, poop from a butt, and it's like, this is really funny, but it's like in 2013 you would have gone on to Ellen.
Yeah, all the TikTok comments being that, and I think that is so
it's
funny
kind
every
of
time.
it's a balance.
It is.
At the same time, people might have been in more let's say the general public view, people that are maybe now seen as more of like a niche internet existing on a niche internet space, like maybe just one social media platform or something like that. But at the same time, there is now more spots open in the general public's perception through mainstream media for internet people, to be kind of put in that view. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, maybe? I'm not sure if that's exactly the right.
Kind of a cosmic gumbo.
It's kind of a cosmic gumbo. Oh, rest in peace, Biff Whiff.
Yeah,
rest in peace.
The
shrug.
The guy from that sketch is now dead.
Oh yes, now I remember. Sorry.
Passed away.
I forgot Biff Whiff. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Shirt brother.
Shirt brother.
You guys really in it now, shirt brother. They're saying there's no rules. Everything you said Stone words and lies. Tell me that I don't want to go on listening. Suits and ties, Fifi lies.
Sorry, I got distracted because I really wanted to talk about something related to Twilight. This is not in the planning, but it just popped into my head. Have you guys heard about Donald Trump when Kristen Stewart cheated on Robert Pattinson?
Yes.
That he went on like a tirade.
Yes,
No?
on Twitter.
What?
Yes, I know about this.
If there's anything on Twitter, just know that I've never heard of it.
Here's a selection of tweets from October and November of 2012 from Trump about Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart. After Friday's Twilight release, I hope Robert Pattinson will not be seen in public with Kristen. She will cheat on him again. Everybody wants me to talk about Robert Pattinson and not Brian Williams. I guess people just don't care about Brian. Robert Pattinson is putting a good face on for the release of Twilight. He took my advice on Kristen Stewart. ... I hope! Miss Universe 2012 pageant will be airing live on NBC and Telemundo December 19th. Open invite stands for Robert Pattinson. Everyone knows I am right that Robert Pattinson should dump Kristen Stewart. In a couple of years, he will thank me. Be smart, Robert.
Wow.
So many tweets and stories on Stewart and Pattinson. Look, it doesn't matter. The relationship will never be the same. It is permanently broken.
It's permanently broken.
Lots of response to my Pattinson-Kristen Stewart reunion. She will cheat again. 100% certain. Am I ever wrong?
Am I ever wrong?
Robert Pattinson should not take back Kristen Stewart. She cheated on him like a dog and will do it again. Just watch. He can do so much better.
And I love how all of these are just between the 17th of October and the 13th of November 2012. Like, all
it's like
a month.
A span of a month.
He was really going through it.
Jennifer Lawrence was asked about it recently, apparently, according to the internet. Oh my gosh, so funny. I think about that every once in a while. Like, I can just like imagine like him turning on like Entertainment Tonight on his TV and being like, "What? He cheated? She cheated on him?
She cheated.
She cheated."
Oh, she cheated. I knew it. I called it. Didn't I say this would happen?
Oh my god! And I was Team Edward and everything.
This is why I was always Team Edward.
That Bella Swan. That Bella Swan's a crook. They call her Sleepy Bella Swan.
I am not a crook. Though one thing I did want to say though about My Chemical Romance though is what I think it's really funny is that My Chemical Romance, when asked to do music for Twilight, were like, no, we're not doing that.
Literally, I bet Stephanie Meyer was like, "Fuck my Chungus life."
Actually, like that would be
nightmare,
like so traumatizing. But it's because in 2009, around the time when they were, I guess, like approached to do music for it, My Chemical Romance was in their Danger Days era. It was an album that they had, or their Killjoy, I guess, era. Danger Days: The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys, which was more of like a I guess a psychedelic rock power pop type moment. So not that like super emo vampire vibe that might have been the source of inspiration for Stephanie Meyer. A quote from Gerard Way, he says, "With things like Twilight, the idea of anything gothic like vampires wasn't scary anymore. They were sexy or contemplative. To me, vampires are the new Jonas Brothers, so we've gone the opposite way." So basically, they always kind of, I guess, were trying to be a little, counterculture. And then by the time that Twilight was out, vampires were kind of more of a mainstream thing, a little less alternative than what they used to be. So that was just a little too normal and mainstream for My Chemical Romance. So they were kind of shifting away from that.
A little too normal for my twisted mind.
Margot, guess what? So you know how Dorsa and I had a vampire themed joint birthday party?
Yes. Yep.
Just found out that my friend was actually scared the entire time.
What?
By everyone having vampire teeth in. And she was like, I was talking to her yesterday, Dorsa was over, and she was literally like telling us about how like she was like, no, it was like scary. I'm like, what was scary about it?
It's like everyone was like pale, like it was like,
and everyone had like the vampire teeth, and I just like couldn't do it. And I was like, I was like, "You what?" I was like, "It's just normal people with teeth on." I was like, "What are you talking
Bro,
about?"
our fangs kept getting stuck to our lips because we were using denture glue. Like, it was not scary.
It really wasn't. It was just like kind of dark. Yeah.
The denture glue being a hot commodity.
Literally, it was.
But I just wanted to share that with you.
That's really funny. That's actually really
so
funny.
that's vampires not being sexualized. There you go. She was very scared.
Horrified, really. But Paramore did do music for Twilight.
So did Muse.
Yep. Well, was it for that movie?
I don't know.
I don't know if it was for that movie.
Did they just use it?
I think they just used it.
Muse was just in it. Sorry.
That's good enough, though.
It is good enough. I love Muse. Big Muse head.
Okay, search up supermassive black hole, and I'm getting like astronomy shit. I want the song, please.
I love that song.
Same, and it's such a good scene.
Yeah,
literally,
it's really good.
So good.
Like, the only time I like Jasper in the first movie is when he does the like bat flip trick. I just, guys, I'm coming out to you guys right now as a Twilight dialogue lover. It is some of the worst dialogue ever written, but some of the funniest. Like, hang on tight, spider monkey.
Yeah. My favorite is that I forget which movie, well, probably multiple, but like you can see Robert Pattinson like turning his head away, trying not to laugh.
Literally.
Like after he delivers a line, he'll like he looks like he's in pain because he's genuinely just trying to bite back, like him just like
literally
grinning.
I got recommended on Instagram like yesterday just like a thing of like Robert Pattinson like fucking up his lines and like being like fuck like in between takes. But I saw a bunch of people in the comments talking about the cheating thing that I was talking about earlier, because people were like, oh, if you look in the bloopers of the first Twilight, when Robert Pattinson purposely fucks up or does something goofy with his lines, or it's just like messing around, like wasting time, Kristen Stewart's like, ha ha ha. But by the last movie, which is the bloopers I was looking at, she's like stone faced. Like she's like turning away. Like she's like visibly annoyed. Literally.
Damn. Wow. That's why she cheated on him.
But I looked it up, by the way, and yeah, the Muse song came out in an album 2 years prior to the first Twilight movie. It came out in 2006.
Okay.
But it is of the time, though. Like, it came out at the same time, really. But I definitely think My Chemical Romance song could have just, like, fit in a Twilight movie. Like, I don't think they need to do a new song for it. Like, I don't know.
I thought you were about to be like, I don't even think they needed to ask permission. That's what I thought.
That would have been ridiculous. No, but
I think it's kind of funnier that there isn't an MCR song in it.
Yeah. It is. It's hilarious. But I actually, okay, I'll say this. 2008, right? That's when Twilight came out. When was Decode in Twilight? Was that in the first film? Yeah, it is for the first film.
Yeah.
So in 2008, as
oh yes, your origins.
My origins. In 2008, 2009 maybe, as a little child, there was this Persian music video channel that my family would watch, just like have on in the background. This also, I have this memory of when I was in Iran, so like my Persian family members. So they just played like music videos. It was a lot of Persian music videos, but they'd also just play stuff that was like popular at the time. And they would play the music video for Decode by Paramore, and it was all like the Twilight stuff. And my mom's cousin, who was like maybe like late teens, like 19 maybe, when like Twilight was coming out, was obsessed with it. And I remember like watching it. I was like, first of all, this is the best song ever. Second of all, this is freaking epic. I love vampires. And she sent me the song my mom had a really old Sony, like an orange twistable Sony Ericsson phone.
Yes.
And she Bluetooth shared the MP3 file of the song because she had it on her phone to that. And so I'd listen to that song on that phone because I had the phone kind of like a toy, I guess, because it was such an old phone and it couldn't really do anything. So I've always loved Paramore. I've always loved Decode.
That's awesome.
So I've always been fascinated, but then I never watched Twilight until like freaking like 16 years after that, or I can't do math. I don't know, 2008 to 2024.
I think it might have even been like 2023 when you watched it. No,
maybe. I mean, I can look on my letterbox
because you watched it in second year for the first time.
Mm-hmm. When the air's a little crisp.
Literally, that first crunchy leaf.
So good. I think I've told you guys this before. This is kind of unrelated, but it's about autumn. So I feel like I've told you guys this before, but it's just kind of silly. So, you know how you used to love, like, you know, raking up leaves into a big pile and jumping in them, a classic staple.
Yes.
So the last time I did it, because I was like, oh, I'm getting too old for this. I'm not doing this anymore. I raked all the leaves into a pile, jumped in it, got out, and I was like, there's something in my mouth. It was a grasshopper.
Oh, what?
there was a grasshopper in my mouth.
Wow.
So after that, I spat. I was like, oh, you know, I freaked out because, you know, bugging me out. Anyways, so after that, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that sounds like a children's book. There's a grasshopper in my mouth. Like,
I don't know. I think I was probably like 11 or 12, maybe 10.
Okay, 10, I'm writing 11. This down. Don't jump into a pile of leaves with an open mouth.
Yeah, because I think I was like, yay, or it's like something. I don't know. I think I was like, yeah,
this is the best day ever.
You know, because I just raked up all the leaves.
Bruh.
Yeah,
that sucks.
So that's my fun fact.
That's actually. That's terrible.
I was gonna say that's incredible, so I'm glad you went first. But it was September 5th, 2023, the first time I watched Twilight.
Wow, that's like beginning of the year.
Yeah, because
like,
it was
like fresh
season. It's because me and our roommate Alyssa wanted to watch it.
Yeah,
and
I was like, you know what? I've never actually seen it,
and we were like, what? You've never seen Twilight?
And then they had the same reaction when I said that I hadn't seen Twilight.
Yeah. What?
And then the last time I watched it was July 29th, 2025. Mm-hmm. I'm going to read out my review for it because I feel like it puts my thoughts, I don't know. It's not that I don't get the appeal of Edward. He's a vampire and she is 17. I get it. I just don't understand how she doesn't get pissed off at everything he says. Like the whole scene in the forest when he's like, as if you could outrun me. Like, okay, calm down. I kept trying to imagine Gerard Way as Edward, given the context behind the book. And it just made the whole thing funnier. Like, I guess, but it's just so funny, especially the dialogue. Overall, I still can't believe I hadn't seen this until last year. A true gap in my emo career. This rewatch was needed. But yeah, that part where he's like, as if you could outrun me. I'm like, okay, this is scary. This is like when a guy's like, I'm not a creep. And it's like, okay, well, I wasn't thinking that until now. It's very off-putting.
One of my favorite lines from that scene, which is also really off-putting, is when she's like, okay, so they have this whole conversation. Actually, no, shelve that. They're talking, and he goes, like, she's like, but I care about you, Edward. I love you. And he's like, so the lion fell in love with the lamb.
No, it's like,
that kills me.
The lion does not concern himself
with the opinions of a sheep.
Literally.
Game of Thrones moment.
It is. It's the Lannister guy. I forget his first name. It's Daddy Lannister. he's daddy to Tyrion and you know, Jaime and Cersei. Yeah, for all you Game of Thrones listeners, I bet you're really happy I said that because he's such a great character and only does good things.
Yay.
Never does anything bad. See, me and Dorsa can't confirm because we've never seen. We're spinning our propeller hats.
Yeah, I thought all of the characters in Game of Thrones are really nice. They operate on a strict moral.
Yeah, they don't do anything questionable. There's nothing bad.
No incest.
No murderers.
Yep. No. Mm-mm.
It's okay. There's like fake incest in Twilight because they're like we're a family and we're adopted siblings.
Yeah,
and we're all in love with each other.
Yeah, but I mean I don't think anyone's calling Jasper brother.
Bro, the Jasper stare.
No, and they brush over the fact that he was a Confederate soldier.
Literally.
That's also another shock to me. I'm like, no, so that's what I'd be so pissed off as Bella. I'd be like, oh, so the Confederate soldier, oh, he can get turned into a vampire and be part of the family, but I can't. I need to stay away because it's dangerous. Okay, I get it. I'd be like, fuck my Chungus life.
Yeah, Jasper's the one with the stupid voice, right?
He's the one that's just the starer.
With the long hair?
Yeah, and he's like...
Yeah,
he has short hair.
Well, it's curly, so...
He's Alice's boyfriend.
Yeah. The one with... Yeah.
Oh, it's longish. It's not
like long.
I guess it's long. I don't know. I thought it was short.
It's not like Bella, where the hell have you been, Loca?
Yeah,
long.
that's what I picture when I picture
Oh,
long.
sorry.
My bad.
I
I
was
wasn't picturing boy long.
Oh, sorry. It's kind of like mid-length, I guess.
Yeah, it touches his chin. It goes to the like. Yeah.
What?
It's like Shaggy.
Wow, I guess I just never look at him.
That's
oh,
real.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's like I'm thinking of like first movie.
Well, his hair doesn't
Jasper.
grow.
It does though because his hairstyle changes. In the first movie,
this is still pretty. It's just because it's the shrinkage.
pushed back.
It's just he just has curly hair.
True.
But Twilight's so funny.
It is. We were eating cookies while watching it, so we were having a great time.
Yes.
Oh, very yummy.
Yes,
cookies.
I had
Yummy.
just baked them.
Yes.
So they were
Fresh.
scrum.
Yummy cookies.
Can I share another one of my favorite Twilight lines?
Of course you can. Go
One
for
of my
it.
other favorite Twilight lines. Oh yeah, and I was gonna talk about the lion fell in love with the lamb scene a little bit more. But one of my favorite lines in all of Twilight maybe is in the first movie during the baseball scene, when unprompted Rosalie, when Emmett climbs up a tree, she goes, "My monkey man."
Yeah,
and it makes me laugh every single time I
my
watch
monkey
it.
man.
My monkey man.
Yeah, that was really
It's
good.
so funny.
Yeah.
It's so also. I mean, I know you already said this, but hold tight, spider monkey.
Hold on tight, spider monkey.
I'd be like, yo, what's up? What
Like,
was that?
The dialogue is
Huh?
so bad. Bro, Bella,
Tell me,
we're
Mom.
making Italiano for you.
Bella.
And then when they
Well, then what's the point?
when she says she's already eaten and like Rosalie smashes the bowl, that also kills me.
Crash out.
That was really good.
She's always crashing out. But what I was gonna talk about with the the lion fell in love with the lamb thing was I got recommended an edit of Twilight that actually killed me a couple
Wow.
weeks ago.
And you didn't share it with us?
I forgot, I guess. And I'm sharing it with you now. And I'll just recreate it because it's like literally the scene where Edward's like, "I'm a monster, Bella. I've killed people." And he's like, "I'm a monster." And she's like, "It doesn't matter." Or "It does not matter." And he's like, "I've killed people." And she's like, I don't care. And then a couple movies later, Jacob is like, I've I'm not like a monster, Bella, or something like that. Or he says something about being a werewolf, and she's like, "You're a monster. You hurt people."
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
She uses it as like an objection towards like being with Jacob. She's like, "You've killed people. You're a monster." And then
Well.
Edward's like, "I've killed people. I'm a monster." She's like, "I do not care.
Yeah.
does not bother
specifically,
me.
I do not.
I do not care."
I do not care for this.
No, it's just because she wants to be a vampire so bad.
She does. She's like a vampire fetishist. And
Literally.
she gets it. And then I love how too, like as soon as like her relationship with Edward is solid, she's like, "Okay, when are we having like crazy vampire human sex?"
No, she's like, so when are you giving it to me good?
Okay, but she is 17 and super horned up.
Yeah, that's true.
She just got married to her hubby. Like, and he has not been putting out for her.
He
and she's
hasn't.
literally been like, I want that cookie
What's
so
the
bad.
point
Literally.
of having a vampire boyfriend?
No, literally.
Literally, but he's like, "I don't want to hurt you."
Bro, all of those scenes, I was like, literally, get out of here.
I know, but and
Do
then
not pretend to have such resolve.
bro, when they do actually get it on, it is crazy.
Yeah,
The results are crazy.
doesn't he only last like 7 seconds or something?
Well, yeah. He's also
Not
like
confirmed.
low-key like I feel like he was like super like Christian or like Catholic before he got turned, because that's why he's like, "I'm a monster. I'm like the devil."
Right.
And then he's like, "I don't want to have
Spanish
sex with you
flu times.
before like
marriage.
marriage. Like I'm old fashioned." Yo, he gives Bella that ring and it's so fucking ugly. It
Yeah.
makes me old.
Yeah.
He's like, "This was my grandma's ring." No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. The PD was so ass cheeks.
Yeah.
Like
PD, what are we doing? Come
Yeah,
on now.
We could have done better. Come on now.
Come on, costumes or props or whatever.
Come
Literally,
on, our department.
like for the first movie, the like costumes and props were so meticulous, and then for the movies like afterwards,
Because they were
especially
made
later
from
on,
a butt.
literally, it's all business casual, like 2010s wear.
I know. That's why the first movie is like, it just says like stylized
It's
and
so
it's awesome
beautiful.
and it's like,
Oh, another line I love from the first movie is when he's like, "I can read everyone's mind in this room," and he's like, sex, money, sex.
Cat.
Cat.
Yeah. Is that when they're like in the classroom or where are they?
They're in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay, they're in the restaurant.
Because he's like, I can't read your mind. You're different.
I don't know if you want cat or sex or money or what.
Those
I
are the
would
only
never
three
know.
things.
It's the
I also
only three
think I
things.
think it's so funny that like the person that thought they're having is so strong that all he's getting from it is sex
Or
like,
cat.
That's actually me. That's it. Squirrel, cat, no squirrel, no raccoon, no.
the guy that's thinking of cat is like, he's like nodding to
Cat.
himself. He's like actually so
Cat.
awesome looking.
That's because he's not thinking about money or sex.
It's true.
He's like, I want to go home with my cat after.
That's
this."
actually real though.
That is
That
real. I don't have a cat, but if I had a cat, that's what I'd be thinking.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our
Last episode of Halloween Hangover.
yeah.
So-
But if there's a demand, we'll do another Twilight episode. We'll probably end up doing one in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to hear more about vampires, don't worry.
It's coming.
Some other time we'll do an episode on vampires because we love them
Mhm.
enough to do them outside of the Halloween season.
It's true. So
true.
this is the end of our themed month.
Yeah.
Very
As
sad.
always, you could always send us questions or just anything, guys. You can send anything.
Like
no,
a
okay, no.
meme?
Don't send just anything. Have it be related to the podcast.
It got to be
please.
appropriate.
Yes, we will freaking report you.
We will.
Yeah, I still
I'll
got nothing
find
in
you.
the email. You guys are slacking.
Moviemaidenspod @gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yerp, I
That is
believe
it.
You can
so.
contact us.
It's in the description of the podcast episode.
But you'll hear from us next week.
Yeah.
As always, I've been Dorsa.
I've been Morgan.
And I've been Margot, and you'll be going, Bella. Where the
Bella.
hell have you been,
Bella.
Mocha? Next week.
Yeah, we'll continue to be those people, but you won't hear from us till next week. Righty.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.